Today is Wednesday the 12th of October 2011, and tonight we're just going to do a little bit of welding. We're doing what I'm calling connecting the spine. I've always thought that even though the structure supporting the rear wheel here I thought was sufficiently beefy and well triangulated to the outsides of the frame, anyway, that it needed a connection. It needed some more connection here, because I could just envision this thing getting punched from the rear end and having all this structure here just bend inward. So I knew that I was going to have to I was going to have to brace this part some point. So after I built the drive shaft tunnel, which is, as you can see, offset by the angle of the drive shaft, I decided that I would use the two top tubes from the frame on the XS850, which has been sufficiently dissected at this juncture, and use those as the bracing to go from the top of the Intruder 1400 frame to the seat bar, which connects to the drive shaft tunnel. Now you'll notice that they're significantly offset, but what I'm going to do once I get these fully welded in is I'm going to fabricate a plate that will spread the load from here across these two tubes and complete the connection. It's sufficiently that I think it'll be okay, and it'll certainly stiffen the middle of this thing in both bending and torsion. So last night what I did was I fabricated these little, after I'd welded the top parts of these old XS850 frame tubes in, you can see right here some pieces of it. What I did was I fabricated these little gusset plates, one at the top, one in the middle, one in the bottom, and what I'm going to do now is weld them in. And that's tonight's little project, and perhaps I'll cut another plate or two for somewhere else. But yeah, that's it for now. Okay, so there it is. The top gusset, the middle gusset, and the lower gusset fully welded, and now I've just cut a plate. Pardon the swoop, but I've just cut a plate to weld in at the juncture of weld in over this area to spread the load from here to here, and that should be good. So I just cut the plate. I got to grind down these two little welds right here, and then we can do some more welding. So we're almost done. Well, there it is, the connecting plate that spreads the load from the end of the two XS850 chassis tubes to the drive shaft tunnel. It's not an even load, and it won't be. There's not much I can do about it unless I want to weld in another tube from there to there, but I'm not going to do that. This will work just fine. And one of the reasons it has to be offset is because my spatter shield, take that off there, because the drive shaft is offset. And the reason that I couldn't set it directly to the drive shaft is the fact that the seats have to go in these open spaces. That's where they fit. So yeah, the backbone is connected, and I pronounced the rear frame structure braced, and that'll be that. Cool.